Howdy, guys, and welcome to Cliff Notes, and welcome to night 42 of the overnight feed recaps for Big Brother season 26. Welcome to Thursday, which means eviction night. Yeah, night 42, the answer to the life, the universe, and everything. And we're going to get some answers this evening. There's a lot of uncertainty. So, what happened last night? Well, first of all, the Tucker and Rubina show, and we'll talk about that. A lot of talk about Tucker and Rubina, but also a lot of talk about who do we vote out this evening? Who do we save? What happens if so and so wins HOH? What happens if I win HOH? A lot of those kinds of conversations as our house get ready for another cycle with a vote tonight. We've got AIBB Arena. It could be the last week for it. I keep waiting for that to end. We've got that competition. Someone pulls himself off the block. We have the vote, and then we've got yet another week of a very important HOH because people are certainly planning to gun at each other. Some are. So we'll talk about all that. First of all, as a reminder, we've got on the block tonight, Mackenzie, Angela, and Tucker. Well, what a distinct group of three people. One of them be safe tonight. One of them will be going home. It's going to be kind of a big deal no matter who goes home, I do believe. All right, let's talk about the live feeds. We'll pick it up, I don't know, midday yesterday and work our way through. We've got Chemo and T-Core and Rubina talking. All of them are thinking that it's better to keep Angela over Mackenzie at this point in time. T-Core is saying that if Mackenzie made it to the end, potentially, that people might vote for her to win. They might really respect her game and her ability to make it through and do everything that she did. So she's a threat to win if she makes it to the end. Rubina is saying that personal wise, she prefers Mackenzie. Just hanging around with her, talking to her, everything else. Personal wise, she prefers Mackenzie, but that she thinks that Mackenzie is much more dangerous than Angela, and that game wise, it just might be better to hold on to Angela. So we've got this group again: Chemo, T-Core, and Rubina, who, along with Tucker, very much want to hold on to Angela. The other side of the house, not so much, and that's where it's going to be interesting this evening. T-Core scared to death that there's going to be a tie vote. It could happen. We shall see. I hope it does. All right, we've got Chemo worried also about what the house would look like if Tucker went home. There's a lot of conversations about, do we send home Mackenzie? Do we send home Angela? And people just assuming that Tucker's going to pull himself off the block with this AIBB Arena. Not certain that that's such a given. These competitions can be so different from week to week. So, but a lot of people are assuming that. But Chemo is saying, what happens if Tucker doesn't get off AIBB Arena, doesn't win it, doesn't get off the block, and was to get sent home tonight? What happens at that point? Chemo is telling Rubina that he's worried. I think at that point, T-Core gotten pulled to DR. He's telling Rubina, said, look, what happens if Tucker goes home? Angela's close to Leah. We know they've got a final two. He says Angela's close to Leah, who is close to Joe, who is close to Quinn, and that Angela could possibly pull in Mackenzie also. And suddenly we've got this whole group on the other side of us that could create quite the issue. Chemo is upset that Angela outed all of their alliances. He's not sure if he can trust her. He's got a lot of concerns about Angela, but at the end of the day, he's just worried that if they don't hold on to her, that they could have more issues as well. Later, we're gonna have Tucker saying, "Yeah, you don't have to worry about Angela. I got her taken care of. If you just hold on to her, she'll be with us." Well, we'll see. And part of it, I think, is Chemo's thinking, as long as Tucker's in the house, that may be the case with Angela. But if Tucker's gone, all bets are off. All right, we've got Tucker and Rubina hugging and kissing as he's packing. Never fun when you have to pack the night before an eviction. But Tucker's packing, Rubina and Tucker making out a little bit, hugging a lot, kissing just a little bit. They're talking about how stressful it is in the house, having feelings for one another, trying to deal with that while also playing the game and dealing with the secrecy and all that. Well, that's getting ready to change. All right, we've got Joseph and Chemo comparing Angela and MJ. They're talking about, Joseph is saying that MJ's game is basically all about ratting people out. She'll say what she needs to do at certain times when it's appropriate, that she's ratting people out. He says Angela, for better or worse, is more of an open book. Joseph's saying that he thinks that he may have said something to Angela to stir her up right before he went into the house. It just got her head spinning. It was crazy that she did what she did going after Tucker, but that she's an open book, whereas Mackenzie very much is going around revealing stuff as a way to get in with other people. They're agreeing again. We've heard this a few times throughout the day. They're agreeing again that it'd be better for them and for T-Core as well for Angela to stay. So again, we've also now got Joseph saying that he thinks it'd be good to keep Angela also. Chemo is worried, though, that as much as they want Angela to stay, that Quinn really wants Angela gone, that Angela keeps calling him out, and that Quinn might have the numbers to keep her in the house or to get Angela out of the house. He said Cam wants Angela gone, too, so that probably would be a number alongside Quinn to try to get her gone and save Mackenzie. But Joseph saying, yeah, Quinn may want Angela gone, but we can override that. We should have the votes to get her out the door. All right, Joseph is saying that he doesn't think that Angela will go after their group if she was to survive. So another reason to hold on to her. And he's saying even if she did go after us, which I don't think they'll do, she'll do. He said she'll go after Tucker and Rubina. She's not coming after us. So we should be good. So Joseph's still doing his best to support Angela, keep her in the house, and support what Tucker wants at this point. All right, we've got Leah and Tucker talking. Leah's talking about Quinn, that she's a little bit worried. I think she referred to Quinn as a Jekyll and Hyde situation. She says as soon as Angela came in with her plan as soon as she walked out the door, Quinn had this whole thing figured out. She said he knew exactly how everything would go. He knew you were going to be upset. She said he had it all figured out. He knew how the dominoes would fall. He just had a very strong plan and knew exactly what he needed to do. So she's worried because he is so strategic, because he seems to have a good read on the house and all of that. Tucker's promising Leah, saying, look, if I survive, if I stay, if I win HOH this coming up week, I promise you that I will put Quinn on the block and we're going to get Quinn out the door here. Leah saying that in some ways, it doesn't benefit her game to lose Quinn. Quinn kind of likes Leah and I. She says it doesn't necessarily benefit my game, but I'm telling you this, Tucker, just as a warning that you need to know that Quinn has got a lot of this figured out, and he may be a lot more of a threat than maybe some people think is the case. So she's mentioning that to them. She's saying also that Mackenzie tells Quinn everything, and so Quinn's got a lot of information because of Mackenzie. Tucker is saying that Quinn is just here for his 15 minutes of fame. That's all it's about for Quinn. And so he wants him gone. He's still talking about Tucker is still talking about wanting to break the curse. When he walked in the house, he was the first one in the house. The first person in the house has never won Big Brother. At the time, I thought, well, he just isn't aware enough about Big Brother to know what he just did. No, he did it on purpose because he wants to break this curse. It just seems to be a focal point for him. That he wants to show that it doesn't matter if you come in first or last inside that house. It's all about what you do playing the game itself. So he's telling that to Leah. He's telling Leah that he really wants her to stay, that he sees her being a top 5 player in this thing. She's not going anywhere and they're good. He's going to watch for her and vice versa. And there's a little kumbaya moment. All right, we've got Chemo and T-Core talking a little bit, talking about Leah. In fact, they're saying they don't really like the way that she flipped on Quinn, that Quinn likes her and all that. She's been friendly to him, but now she's kind of flipping on Quinn, it seems like, in a little bit of ways. T-Core saying that she likes Leah and Quinn both personally, working with them and all that. She likes working with them. She likes them. She just doesn't always like their game style, the way they play the game itself. T-Core is saying that she wants to trust Quinn. He's part of their visionaries, that she just really wants to trust him, but she's just not certain. And she says Leah is a free agent. She's not working with anyone. Could be good, could be bad. All right, we've got Chelsea and Quinn. Chelsea and Quinn had some good conversations last night. So long, so I'll try to trim them down just a little bit. But Chelsea and Quinn had some interesting thoughts. Quinn is saying that Leah's going to go before him. He's pretty sure that Leah's a bigger target, which she is. I say that, but then Tucker's saying Quinn's going home next. So depends on who you talk to. But Quinn believes that Leah would go home before him. But he says, but the other side, they're taking out numbers where eventually it's going to be our time. And he's telling Chelsea, you and I need to watch out for each other, because we're both on the outs right now. And Chelsea saying, I got your back. I agree completely. We are on the outs. We'll protect each other going forward. Chelsea saying that she has his back. Quinn is saying that they keep asking the other side, T-Core and Chemo and on. Quinn says they keep asking who he would put up if he won HOH. And he's telling Chelsea, says, I'm telling them you and Cam is who I'd put up. He said, but really, if I win HOH, I'm ready to make this big move. I'm going to put up Tucker and Rubina, or maybe I'd put Chemo and T-Core up. They're assuming that we'll be through with the nominating of 3 people. He said Tucker, Rubina, or Chemo, T-Core, if I need to go that direction. But yeah, I'm going for them. Don't believe what I've told him that I'm going after you. Nah, I'm going after the other side. I think he would too. All right, Chelsea is saying that the other side wants Angela to stay. These guys don't necessarily want that. Quinn is saying that he was counting votes and trying to figure out how to get Tucker out before Angela had her big flip against Tucker and all of that. That he ratted out Angela at that point in time to make sure that she would go on the block as opposed to other people, potentially him, for example. So he ratted her out for that reason. They think right now, both of them are saying they think the plan really is to last minute vote out Mackenzie. That's what the other side wants, and they are correct on that. But they're saying that Mackenzie will flip and vote out if she was to win BBAI Arena tonight, get herself off the block. They're pretty certain that Mackenzie would flip with Quinn and Chelsea and potentially vote out Tucker if she gets a chance. They think they can work with MJ now. Chelsea says at one point, yeah, I know she was trying to get me out earlier in the season, but water under the bridge. At this point, I think I think she trusts us. I think we can work together to make this happen. They also think that they could probably grab Leah as well and get her on their side and maybe potentially probably get Tucker out at this point. And I think they could get Leah's vote on that. All right, we've got Chelsea saying that no one, we'll see. Leah is such a free agent. She truly is a floater. It depends on which way she thinks the votes are going to go. And based on that is how she's going to vote. All right, Chelsea is saying that no one is talking about Tucker taking shots at Tucker because everyone is afraid to. Chelsea is thinking that they should have the numbers to vote out Tucker if he's still on the block this evening. Chelsea's thinking that Joseph probably would be one of the ones that would be afraid to take a shot at Tucker. And Quinn is saying, well, Joseph and Tucker are working together. Joseph's not doing that. There's no way he'll take a shot at Tucker. Quinn is saying the problem is half the house won't put up Tucker. And he's referring to Rubina, Chemo, T-Core, Joseph, Cam. He's saying none of those are going to go after Tucker. It's going to be up to us because they aren't going to touch him. They're either afraid of him, they're working with him. Tucker's got relationships with everyone. It's going to be up to us. All right. Excuse me. Sort of live recording TV episodes or YouTube episodes. All right. Sorry about that. All right. We had the halfway party, which is always a cool thing when you're a house guest. You're halfway through the season. You start counting down numbers instead of counting up numbers. They had a cake with everyone's face on it. They got music, pizza, pasta, lots of music playing in the middle of the day. It's just a chance for everyone to kind of step back and enjoy that they're still in the house. They've made it halfway through. So we had the feeds down while that took place. Everyone had a lot of fun. They had a little booze as well. So everyone had their halfway party. All right, we've got the feeds back. Tucker and Rubina kissing some more right as we get back from the feeds. And then they're in one room. All the other house guests are in another room. There's a countdown. And then they walk into the other room. They start kissing as well. It's basically their Showmance reveal. Not as though people didn't already know about it, but they think it's the official reveal. So they've revealed that, yes, indeed, there's Showmance. I guess they can call it a Showmance now. They're talking to everyone about how hard it's been trying not to be a couple, but how it's happened. And they just finally decided they wanted to just announce it to everyone. So congratulations to the happy couple. The Showmance may be very short-lived if Tucker goes home this evening, but hey, you've had this week. So yeah, they've announced it to everyone at this point in time. Tucker is saying this is real. This is why we're announcing it, because it's real. It's not one of those fake Showmance things, right? No, this is a real thing. We'll see. All right, we got Tucker and Rubina apologizing to T-Core and Chemo for the stress and difficulties that they put them through with the relationship issues. They said, we know we weren't always talking directly to each other, to y'all. It was just create a lot of stress trying to hide it. Do we, don't we, and all that. And so they're apologizing to them for making it as difficult as they did. Tucker is saying, get back to gameplay a little bit. Tucker is saying, hey, look, I cleared the air with Angela. I talked to her. Yeah, as a screw up and on. But I talked to her. If she stays, she will trust us completely. She's going to work with us. We don't have to worry about Angela anymore. Yeah, don't worry about Angela anymore. She won't. No, there's not a chance she'd do something like this again, is there? No, I'm sure she's learned her lesson. All right, we've got Joseph telling Leah that he wants Angela to stay. That's the way he's leaning at this point in time. He wants to send Mackenzie out the door. We've got Chemo and T-Core studying the memory wall. Tucker's hoping for a slip and slide. Chemo and T-Core, I think, are hoping for a memory competition of some sort. All right, we've got Chelsea saying that if Tucker was to go, The other side will then have to lean on Quinn and Chelsea for numbers that could really change up the entire game. They're on the outs, but not necessarily always if Tucker heads out the door. Chelsea is saying that if Angela is off the block, she better vote out Tucker. Tucker's saying, if Angela, she'll work with us going forward. Chelsea is saying just the opposite, saying after all of this happened, Angela, if she gets a chance, she better be voting out Tucker. I don't know if that's a vote I'd be counting on at this point in time. Quinn is saying that he thinks that Tucker is already talking to Angela, just like everyone else, that they have these big blow-ups, and then Tucker tries to resolve it and says, no one expects us to work together. Let's work together. He figures that's already happening with Angela. So he's a little bit worried about that. Says Tucker's probably already hedging his bets in case Angela's casting a vote tonight. All right, we've got Quinn and Chemo and T-Core talking. Quinn is asking about their feelings on Cam and Chelsea. Remember, Quinn talked to Chelsea earlier, but now he's asking T-Core and Chemo about it. Tico is worried that if Angela is gone, who would then Chelsea put up in if she won HOH? That as long as Angela's there, that Chelsea may have a good target. But if Angela's gone, could she go after T-Core and Chemo? Well, yeah, that's a possibility. So she's a little bit worried about that. Chemo is worried about Cam as well, saying Cam never talks game, so I have no clue where his head is at. If he won HOH and he's won the veto, so now he's suddenly a little more of a comp threat. If he wins HOH, would he come after us? Possibility. All right, we've got Tucker saying that he hopes, not Tucker, we've got Quinn saying that he hopes his proximity to T-Core and Kimbo would help protect him if Tucker was to win the HOH. He's not sure if Tucker would put him up. Well, Tucker told Leah that's who he's going after if he wins HOH. Don't know if that was just talk to Leah or not, but yeah, Quinn's a little bit worried about it. Quinn should be a little bit worried about it. Quinn is planning to go after Tucker. It seems like Tucker's planning to go after Quinn. This battle isn't over yet, guys. All right, we've got Joseph telling Leah he doesn't have any personal issues with a Showmance in the house. He doesn't disapprove. He's okay with that. Joseph saying, I just don't see Tucker and Rubina lasting for the long haul. I'm kind of with Joseph on that. But hey, some of the Showmances have lasted forever, so we will find out. But he doesn't think they're in it for the long haul necessarily. He's saying that Rubina had talked about female empowerment as well, and that you don't need a man with you to win this game. And now, now we're a little different situation. I think at one point, Rubina tells T-Core she feels like a little bit of a hypocrite, that she had talked about really disapproving of Showmances and things like that early in the season, and here she is. All right, we've got Rubina and Tucker, certainly much more friendly now, lots of kissing and hugging, but also Tucker saying, we're in game mode now. He said, we got to tell each other everything. Now that it's official, we have got to, no secrets between us. We are in game mode. We've got to play this game going forward. And Rubina's agreeing. All right, quickly here, we've got Quinn telling Chemo and T-Core that Rubina crying so much when T-Core had won HOH wasn't a good look because it made T-Core and Chemo and Rubina look like a trio. I agree with that. She cried and was way too happy for appearance's sake. T-Core is saying that she doesn't think Tucker and Rubina are actually that strategic a player, that Tucker's just a comp beast. Rubina just wears her emotions on her sleeve, not the most strategic players. All right, Chelsea is lying through her teeth as she tells T-Core that no one's going to vote out Tucker. Tucker doesn't even need to win AIBB Arena. If he's on the vote, it doesn't matter who he's with, Angela and McKenzie. If Tucker's on the block tonight, no one's going to vote him out. That's not the way the house is lying, is leaning. Liar, liar, liar. But yeah, it seems like T-Core believes her as well. All right, we've got Tucker telling Chemo that he'll put up Quinn and Chelsea and Cam on the block. Those would be his 3 nominations for the block if he gets HOH. And then finally, we've got Rubina saying, I think she's talking to Chelsea, saying that she still I think T-Core, sorry about that. Rubina saying that she feels bad for revealing the showcase without talking to Chemo and T-Core first. She's saying they got caught by Leah and they just decided at that point it was better to reveal it. But she's worried that if people can't go after her and Tucker for some reason, that they'll go after T-Core and Chemo instead. So she feels like she's jeopardized them a little bit and feeling bad that she didn't reveal ahead of time. Well, I think they kind of knew about it ahead of time, but maybe the actual reveal to everyone else. Yeah, I think everyone else knew about it also. But anyway, so she's a little bit worried about that. And then finally, as I mentioned, Tucker talking about really wanting to slip and slide tonight. We'll see if he gets his wish or not. And with that, Rubina and T-Corp still up. Even as I'm recording this, they're still up talking. So a long late night session, just talking about emotions and relationships and all that. I had to call it at that point. So there you have it, guys. tonight's eviction night. We'll find out who goes home. And we're going to find a very important HOH. Slip and slide? Maybe. Memory competition? Maybe. We'll find out. I will be back tomorrow. I hope it's live. I hope we get to watch this part of the live feeds, but we'll see. But I will be back tomorrow morning to give you all the updates on who went home, who won HOH, who has the power, who's going to be sweating bullets starting tomorrow. So until then, guys, y'all have a fantastic Thursday. I'll talk to y'all in the morning. SKD 143. Cheers, my friends. Bye.